Hi everybody, I thought I'd better make a quick video just to talk about what's happened with the layers panel since the latest update of Design Space. Because I'm getting a few inquiries now on Etsy saying my layers panel doesn't look like yours does in the video, and it's they've done something really simple. I don't really know why they've done it, but it does mean that if you look at it in my video, it's not going to look the same anymore, even though everything is still there. So if I just go back to one of my older videos, and I'll play this one if I can. I've turned the sound off because otherwise it's going to get really confusing. Right, so if I pause it there, you can see how when you used to bring an SVG into Design Space, the layers panel would look like this. All the groups would be open and you could see straight away what was in them. Let me just see what happens if I scroll down at all. I probably won't. So, um, this is the first subgroup that I always talk about, and that's what you would select to convert your lines to scores. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that now. Close that down, and we'll go to Design Space and we'll look at what happens now. So I'll just take that. I'll just take that out for now. Then you can see it as it actually comes in. So this is just a box I have for a champagne flute, and we're going to add this one to canvas now. And you can see that the layers panel looks empty. But it's only because in the last update, for some inexplicable reason, they've decided to close up all the groups. But I often talk about how when an SVG comes into Design Space, it comes in three groups. It comes in the overall group like that, and then when you look in the group, you've got your two subgroups. And for my SVGs at least, the first one always contains the lines that you need to convert to scores, and the second one here contains the cut pieces. So before, when you brought this SVG in, that's what the layers panel would have looked like. You'd be able to see all the individual sets of scores and all the cut pieces. But now, when it comes in, it looks like this. So you are going to need to open that overall group to see these two subgroups. But then, actually, you don't have to open them. You can if you want, so it looks exactly like my older video does. In the new ones, you can see me opening them up like this. But in actual fact, just clicking on the name does the same job. I often talk about just click on the name of the group, it selects everything inside it, and it will still do that even though the group is closed up. So I've clicked on the name of that first subgroup, and I can still just go to the operations menu and click score and still follow that step where you ungroup it. And look what happens when you ungroup it. The group disappears and you can see the individual sets of scores. Likewise, we don't have to toggle that group open to select it. We can just click on the name of it and ungroup it, and lo and behold, the group disappears and you can see all the pieces. It's quite interesting actually, because it's just a little reminder that you don't need to go deeper. You don't need to ungroup that subgroup. That needs to stay there. And so then we do that third ungroup where we can ungroup the whole SVG. I still do it in that order because sometimes if you ungroup that first group sometimes and then you make a mistake ungrouping the others, things can hop to the back and the front, and whilst it's fixable, it's just an extra little job that you don't have to do. So if you do it in that order, everything just works the same as it did before, really. It's just that you don't see stuff unless you toggle the group open or until after you've got rid of the group. So now you would go ahead and attach your score lines just as you did before. It's exactly the same. That's the base of this, doesn't need any. And that's the main box piece. So I hope that helps, clears up any confusion. I really wish they hadn't done it. They've caught me out with a few things like this before, but with well over 300 sets of instructions now and getting on for 200 videos, I just can't go back and update them. I just don't have the time. So I hope this helps. Thanks a lot. Bye.